Guys, in today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how I made this my hair tie. You can be looking at it like a regular hair tie, but it's not. It's like a bonnet, more like a turban. So in this video I'm going to be explaining to you how I made it. Very easy and easy to make and easy to use on your head. So you can see how lovely I look in my outfit with this uniformly dressed. So you can try yours with a plain material or the same material. So I'll be going down to the table to explain to you how to make this hair tie on my head. So funny, let me show you something. You can see, it's going off my head to use an hair tie, right? But it's not. You see what it looks like on my head. So I'm going to show you how I managed to do this. Alright, we're going to the table. See you guys. Hello everyone, welcome to our today's tutorial on CuteLuks. Today I will be using this anchor to show you how you can escape from the stress of tying your hair tie. You can see I've cut out a flay shape. Every one of us knows how to cut a flay. This is it. You fold your material into two this way, and then you turn it this way as well. In our regular flay, like when we're making a peplum top or a peplum gown, you get your cone out, like your waist measurement, you bring it out. But in this case, we won't be doing that. We'll just bring out only the bottom side of this, because if we don't, here will be open. So you see, that will not help us to achieve what we're supposed to achieve. So here, I will be putting this aside. This is what we're working on. This, I already folded it. You can see it's into two, and my length all round is 20 inches. You can see, or rather I think I took 19.5. Yes, 19.5. I want this to be long. This is 19.5 all through. So my band will be 2 inches bold to hold down to the round part of my head. Nobody has a fork on their head either. Alright, that's it. And you can see I cut out my lining the same size and the same measurement with that of the material. So I'll be opening out the part where I can have my head passage. Let me take the pins off. This is it. So guys, you can see I've taken off the pin. You can see how big it looks, round, no space at the middle, so that when I finish doing my gathers, you can see it will come out real big. So you can see my lining, body to body. You can see this is the front side is shining. I'm using a thick suit lining so that this will be very firm. The same material lining I used for the clothes, that's what I'm using for the lining as well. So you can see this is the back part, and this is the back part of the lining. So I'm going to go to the machine and make an opening for this part. I'll open here. I'll be taking at least let's say, for it not to be too deep, I'll be taking 5 inches. So I'm going to run it like we have the back side of our clothes being open to have passage. I'll open it and then bring it back for you to see what it looks like. So guys, we're here on the sewing machine, so I'm going to be running this with 1/4 inch. You see, carefully do this, carefully, and then I will be stopping here at my 5 inches, and then I'll come down here as well. Mark this carefully. So guys, for us to be able to have this place opened, I will come in between here, carefully go straight. You can see I'm moving carefully, and then I will go slant my hand to the right side, and then I'll slant as well to the left side. Can you see? You see, just like we do our back pockets on our trousers. So I've been able to notch to that point so that the folding out It'll be very easy. So I'm going to be turning this and top stitch, but before top stitching I'll iron it. So guys, this is it. I'm going to iron it out so it's going to look relaxed. So even if I don't top stitch, it will look very neat. So now that I've ironed it out, you can see it's already looking relaxed, but I'm still going to top stitch it. So guys, you can see I've top stitched on it. You can see neatly done and relaxed. So I'm going to be taking my pressing iron to iron this out so it balances real good. So both lining and the body will be relaxed and neat. So you see how neat it looks. So now that I've made my opening, I'm going to go to the machine. I'm not going to be turning this from the back side. I'm going to run the stitch on it to hold the both of them down so that I'll be able to attach my band and then finish this up. This doesn't take too much time. So guys, if this video that I'm about to show you now, because it's really going to assist you, especially those of you that don't like to tie hair tie like me. I just look for something like a turban and make my life easy, but most times I like having my material to go with my outfit. So with this video, it will be very easy for you to have your materials, your cap and a scarf at the same time. So stay with me and see how I finish this video. Like this video, comment, hit your notification bell and try to subscribe. I will be waiting for you at the comment section so that I'll answer your questions. So that's it. I'll be going to the machine now and run a stitch all around this flay and come back to show you what it looks like so we can attach our band and round this off. Alright guys. Okay guys, you can see I've joined the body and the lining together so they both have the same movement. You can see they're together now. So now we'll be cutting out our band to hold these guys together. This is it. You can see this has a design and I cannot afford to lose this design. I like it. It's looking very nice, but it's not enough. This is just the round part of my head and 1 inch allowance to hold. You can see, and I cannot leave this way. I can't even pass my head even though I have opening on the flay. So this is it, to be able to have enough to go like a hair tie. This is my Ankara material here. The whole length of Ankara, some of our Ankara are 45, some are 47. What I have here is 46 in total. It's more like 45 because when I take the self edge off, I will be having just 45 standard. So I'll be sewing this part of the band, which is going around with the head, with this part with 1/4 inch around here to make my head band. So around this angle, I will be having my 2.5 inches that is corresponding with that of the round headband. I'll come up a bit here and take my 2.5 inch. While I go, I'll be taking 3 inches up. You could say why? That's because I want the band, when it's coming back to roll on the head, to be looking big than just 2 inches left. Because while I have my 3 inches here, if I finish sewing this angle, this part should be smaller, which is connecting to the band, will be a bit smaller, while this other angle will be big to roll, like so many of us that likes big hair tie. So I'll be cutting this out and cutting out another one to have a very long band to go. You can make this yours longer than mine depending on the material you're using, but in this case I'm using an Ankara and I want the whole length because I want this band to be long. Alright guys, I've cut out the first band and I folded my material to cut out the second one. So after cutting it out, I will be joining it with this, and then I will come back to the table to show you what it looks like joining them and how to pass them and connect with the flay to make our headband. So guys, as you can see, I have joined it. You can see my journey here, and then this side is looking long and here is also looking long and enough for me to be able to roll on a hair tie, and this part to serve as the headband area. So you can see where I had my chalk pointing at. This is giving me the round part of my head, or my round head measurement, let's say so, which is giving me 23. Around this angle I have chalked. I will take my scissors and notch there. That is where my measurement will be stopping. I'll notch it by 1/2 inch. You see, I'll come here as well and do the same 1/2 inch to remain my 2 inches. So I'm going to be sewing from here and then start slanting my hand up so that I can have the bold side, and then here will just be a little to be looking nice on my head. The same thing I'll do to this angle and then bring it back to show you guys what it looks like. We're almost done. Alright guys, can you see I've ran my stitch from that half? You can see how much I knot it down, so when I'm pulling out I won't be having issues. So from that half, you see I started using quarter till I got to the end side. The same thing I did at this angle, quarter till I got to the down side, so that the down part will be bigger and this area will be corresponded when I am tying. So I'm going to pull this out, iron it, and show you how relaxed everything looks. So guys, you can see how relaxed and neat it looks now. I'm going to be taking the edge side, which I opened to hold on to this part of the band, and then I'm going to be taking the middle side because almost my flare, being I'm making a peplum blouse, I like to notch all the edges of the flare, same with the lining, so when I'm sewing both of each notch will fall at the right part. So I'm going to connect it to the center part of this band, which is the notch angle here. So you see, and then I'll take this other side that I opened and then hold it down to this place. You can make yours smaller depending on how big you like your hair tie to look, or how small you want your hair tie to look. Like me, I like big hair tie so that I can be doing different styles on my head. You can see it looks very big. So I'm going to go to the machine and pleat the whole of this to work with this place, very thick, and then same thing I'm going to apply to this place. So when I'm going to fold it, it's going to look lovely on this. Like I have red here, I can be having a red lace. After connecting it to my head, I can just put a red lace around it and then it will look very lovely. So I'll go to the machine now and then join this. See. Okay guys, you can see I'm done plating it. Now that I'm done, you can weave your own and you can pipe it with a bias if you want. You can see how big I want it to look like. I like my hair tie very big. Once I wear it on my head, I'll use this to tie it, and then you think it's one very huge hair tie that is on my head. No, this is what I have on my head. You can see very easy. I can pass my head easy. See, it's very easy to put your head and you feel comfortable inside, because even the lining inside is very comfortable. So guys, thank you for joining us in today's tutorial. Like the video, subscribe, follow us on our Facebook channel, on our Facebook page, CuteLuks Stitches, and then drop your comments. You can see, lovely. See?